Football, often called the beautiful game, is celebrated for its skill, passion, and drama. However, beneath the surface of dazzling goals and breathtaking skills lies a darker side, dirty and brutal plays that have marred the sport's history. From reckless tackles to intentional fouls, these moments remind us that football is not just about artistry, but also about raw physicality and, at times, unsportsmanlike conduct. This article explores some of the most infamous dirty and brutal plays in football history, examining the incidents, their consequences, and the lessons they offer about the fine line between competitiveness and recklessness. The Battle of Nuremberg, 2006 FIFA World Cup. The 2006 FIFA World Cup round of 16 match between Portugal and the Netherlands is infamously known as the Battle of Nuremberg. The game was a chaotic display of aggression, with players from both teams engaging in constant fouls, shoving matches, and confrontations. Russian referee Valentin Ivanov issued a record-breaking 16 yellow cards and 4 red cards, making it one of the dirtiest matches in World Cup history. Key incidents included Khalid Boularouz's tackle on Cristiano Ronaldo, which forced the Portuguese star to leave the pitch injured. Mark van Bommel's and Deco's red cards for second bookable offenses, as both players lost their composure. The match was a stark reminder of how quickly a game can descend into chaos when players prioritize aggression over sportsmanship. Roy Keane's revenge tackle on Erling Haaland, 2001. One of the most notorious acts of brutality in football history occurred during a Manchester derby in 2001. Manchester United's Roy Keane, known for his fiery temperament, deliberately targeted Manchester City's Erling Haaland with a knee-high tackle. The incident was later revealed to be an act of revenge. Haaland had accused Keane of faking an injury during a previous encounter, and Keane admitted in his autobiography that he intended to hurt Haaland. The tackle ended Haaland's career prematurely, and Keane was fined and banned for 5 matches. This incident remains a chilling example of how personal vendettas can lead to dangerous and career-ending actions on the pitch. Harold Schumacher's assault on Patrick Battiston, 1982 FIFA World Cup. The 1982 FIFA World Cup semifinal between West Germany and France is remembered for one of the most brutal challenges in football history. French defender Patrick Battiston was through on goal when West German goalkeeper Harold Schumacher charged out and collided with him violently. Battiston was knocked unconscious, lost 2 teeth, and suffered 3 broken ribs. Shockingly, Schumacher was not even penalized, and the referee awarded a goal kick. The incident sparked outrage and remains a symbol of the dangers goalkeepers can pose when they act recklessly. Kevin Muscat's career-ending tackles. Australian defender Kevin Muscat earned a reputation as one of football's dirtiest players due to his series of brutal tackles. One of the most infamous incidents occurred in 2001 when Muscat, playing for Wolves, tackled Charlton Athletic's Matty Holmes with such force that it broke Holmes' leg in 2 places, effectively ending his career. Muscat's aggressive style made him a feared opponent, but it also earned him widespread criticism and the nickname the most hated man in football. His career serves as a cautionary tale about the fine line between tough defending and outright brutality. Diego Simeone's mind games and fouls. Diego Simeone, now known as a successful manager, was a master of dirty tactics during his playing career. One of his most infamous moments came during the 1998 FIFA World Cup when he provoked England's David Beckham into a retaliatory kick, leading to Beckham's red card. Simeone's ability to manipulate opponents and disrupt play through fouls and mind games made him a polarizing figure. While his tactics were effective, they also highlighted the darker side of football's psychological warfare. Luis Suarez's biting incidents. Luis Suarez's career has been marred by not 1, not 2, but 3 biting incidents. The most notorious occurred during the 2014 FIFA World Cup, when Suarez bit Italy's Giorgio Chiellini on the shoulder. Suarez was banned for 4 months and fined heavily, but the incident was just one in a series of similar offenses. He had previously bitten opponents while playing for Ajax and Liverpool, earning him a reputation as one of football's most unpredictable and controversial players. 2012, the year that Pepe left his infamous mark on Lionel Messi. Real Madrid's Pepe was recorded stamping on Barcelona's Lionel Messi's hand during a heated El Clasico encounter in 2012. The match was played in August of 2012. There was widespread condemnation of the act, with many individuals accusing Pepe of attempting to purposefully cause Messi harm. Even if Pepe's aggressive nature has gotten him into problems on several occasions, this particular event stands out as one of the most sleazy moments in one of the most intense rivalry in football. Zinedine Zidane was provoked by Marco Materazzi as they were competing in the 2006 FIFA World Cup final. Zinedine Zidane's headbutt on Marco Materazzi during the final match of the 2006 FIFA World Cup between France and Italy is what people remember most about the match. Nevertheless, Materazzi's verbal provocation, which allegedly included remarks about Zidane's family, was the cause of the altercation that occurred. While the reaction of Zidane was met with much criticism, Materazzi's involvement in the incident brought to light the psychological strategies that players employ in order to disturb their opponents. It is still considered to be one of the most dramatic moments in the history of the World Cup. A reputation for being a heart man, Vinnie Jones. Former Wimbledon and Wales player Vinnie Jones was notorious for his aggressive style of play, which earned him a lot of notoriety. It was his tackle on Gaza Paul Gascoigne in 1988, in which he grabbed Gascoigne by the testicles, that became a symbol of his hard man reputation. Jones's career was defined by his willingness to push the bounds of physicality, which earned him both respect and condemnation. Jones's career was defined by such a willingness. Concerning Sergio Ramos, the controversial obstacles. Although Sergio Ramos, who plays for Real Madrid, is one of the most decorated defenders in the history of football, his career has also been distinguished by a number of disputes that have been deemed contentious. During the 2018 UEFA Champions League final, Ramos was involved in a collision with Mohamed Salah, which resulted in the Egyptian star suffering a dislocated shoulder and being forced to leave the field of play. This incident is considered to be one of the most infamous incidents. The violent manner in which Ramos conducts himself has frequently provoked arguments regarding whether or not his actions are calculated or merely reckless. The repercussions of plays that are both dirty and brutal. The essence of the game is undermined when players engage in dirty and brutal play, which not only puts players in danger. They may result in serious injuries, some of which result in the premature termination of careers. Those who commit the offenses will face lengthy suspensions and fines. The reputation of the sport suffers as a result of unsportsmanlike behavior, which discourages both fans and sponsors from participating. How referees and governing bodies contribute to the game. A significant contribution to the prevention of dirty plays is made by referees and regulating bodies. Increased adherence to the rules, the implementation of VAR, video assistant referee, and the imposition of stiffer punishments for those who break the rules are all necessary steps in the process of preserving the integrity of the game. Striking a balance between sportsmanship and passion. At the same time that football is a game that requires a lot of emotion, energy, and competition, it also requires that it be played with respect and sportsmanship. Plays that are sleazy and violent serve as a reminder of the perils that can arise when one crosses the line between being competitive and being reckless. It is our responsibility as fans to acknowledge the aesthetic value of the game while simultaneously holding players accountable for their behavior. When this occurs, football will finally be able to live up to its reputation as the beautiful game.